The gods are angry today. This is a view from my kitchen showing whitecaps all across the Chesapeake Bay. Got a storm today, 35 miles of wind. I'm actually shooting this through the window because I don't want to step outside. But that's life on the bay. Now let's cook something. Hi, this is Chef Kevin, and today I'm making leek and potato soup with roasted garlic. This is going to be a nice, healthy, light soup full of nutrition and flavor, and makes a good meal or a good starter. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Okay, I'm making 2 servings tonight. I have 5 red potatoes, about 14 ounces total. I have 2 large leeks. Leeks are similar to onions, except not as spicy, not as hot. I have a stick of rosemary, that's going to go nice. And I have a head of garlic. I'm going to roast that. That way it'll bring out a lot of flavor, a lot of sweetness. And it's not going to be harsh. Roasted garlic is very, very subtle. It's not harsh like raw garlic. And it doesn't leave a bad aftertaste at all. And it's very healthy. Okay, I have 2 quarts of vegetable broth. This is going to be my basis. I'm not going to make my own vegetable broth right now, but I'm going to enhance it with these fresh herbs and vegetables. Of course, I have black pepper, sea salt, and a little vegetable oil to saute in. First thing I'm going to do is prep the garlic, because that takes the longest. Okay, here's my head of garlic. I'm just going to go ahead and slice the top off. Put it on a piece of foil. Put a little vegetable oil on top. Wrap it up. Gonna pop this in the oven. 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. And what's going to happen is it's going to caramelize, it's going to become brown, and it's going to become sweet. It's going to be beautiful. In the meantime, I'm going to prep my leeks. Okay, I have 2 large leeks here. First thing I'm going to do is cut off the root. Don't want to use too much of the green stuff. Now, leeks are noted for having a lot of sand in them. As they grow, the sand accumulates under the skin, under the leaves, as you can see, all that brown stuff. That's sand. So what I'm going to do is cut it lengthwise. And just open up all the leaves. And work that sand and dirt out of there. That is the last thing you want in your soup. Sand or grit. I'm going to have to do this a couple of times just because I can see the grit is still a lot of grit in the bowl. Gonna add a little apple cider vinegar. This is nature's cleaning agent. A tablespoon or so. Okay, I'm gonna let these soak and then rinse them under the faucet. Okay, I have the garlic in the oven. The leeks are in their water bath. Just gonna take the potatoes, cut them in half again. These are rather small. Then I'm going to put them in water, this way they don't discolor. Now you can add different types of herbs and spices, and that's what's fun about these soups. You can get creative, you can put your favorite spices in. It's all good in the end. Okay, the garlic is almost ready, and then I'll start making the actual soup. Okay, I have a 4-quart Dutch oven here. A little vegetable oil. Sliced up the leeks, fairly small. All this is going to get strained, so you're not going to eat chunks of any of this. And my 5 potatoes, cut in rather medium size. Add a little sea salt. I'm going to go ahead and cook these covered over a medium heat, low to medium, for about 10 minutes. I just want to soften them up. Wake up those flavors in there. This is the head of garlic that has been roasted. I'm going to add that to the stock later. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. All the vegetables are nice and softened up. I'm going to add my stock, or my broth I should say. This is Food Line vegetable broth. This is what is sold down here in Eastern Virginia. And it's a basic broth made from water, of course, onions, celery, carrots, standard broth. Now you could use water if you'd like, but why use water when water has no taste? Okay, this is my head of garlic that's been roasted, and what I'm going to do is just squeeze it out like that. And just drop the whole thing in. Like I said, this is going to be filtered, it's going to be strained. So I'm going to bring this back to a simmer for about 35 minutes, and then I'm going to strain it. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes, and I actually pulled out that head of garlic about halfway because I didn't want it to become too garlicky. So what I have here is an immersion blender. I'm going to blend up all that vegetables in there. Just going to thicken it up. Okay, it's nice and blended. If you don't have an immersion blender, you can use a blender as well. So what I'm going to do now is simply strain it. So the soup has been strained. Used a regular kitchen type strainer. Here we have a nice, hot, fresh, healthy soup. Gonna garnish that up with just a little green onion. And I'm also going to put just a touch of cayenne pepper on top. And there we have it, Chef Kevin's famous leek and potato soup with roasted garlic. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now I'm going to enjoy this cup of soup.